Alright, so what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Wavy, the Silver Surfer, the YouTube gaming streets. And today I'm back to I guess there's a lot of discussions going around and a lot of people talking about PlayStation, I guess Sony needing multiplayer games when and I don't want to like take shots at Xbox, but it's hard not to like discuss. It's like everybody over on the Xbox side are hypocrites because they don't even have any good single player games like at all. They lost their games. They lost Scalebound, nigga, a game that looked promising and that the character anyways looked like it was fucking Nero from Devil May Cry, and then they just robbed the character back or some shit. Or I don't even like Nero's new design for real, but basically Xbox fans are saying that the PlayStation has no multiplayer games, and they act like there's not a lot of whatchamacallit, a lot of exclusives or multiplats that are also multiplayer. So even that alone will fill in between the consoles. If you're buying a game for a multiplayer, there's no game on either console, I would say, right now that's popping enough to the point where people are willing to go out there and buy a console to play that exclusive multiplayer. I guess it was probably Fortnite a couple years ago when it was only on Sony, but that was a free game anyway, so whatever. And now it's on everything. It runs better, 60 frames, all of that. But there's like no popping exclusive multiplayer on either console. And I think they could have, if they would have made a great balanced multiplayer, probably a 4v4 multiplayer for the Order 1886, like, cause that had unique looking and interesting working weapons in that game that both looked futuristic but modern at the same point, and they acted like, we could probably invent technology like that right now, but it had interesting stuff. And they just made a 6 hour or whatever single story game. Yeah, whatever. It was interesting. That game, if it had a multiplayer, it could have probably been being played right now. Because actually, The Last of Us, there's people that till this day play The Last of Us multiplayer. And you can bet your last dollar, bro, that at some point, and probably now, I'm not saying that they're gonna launch this game, but at some point, The Last of Us 2 is gonna have multiplayer. And maybe, just maybe, my nigga, since they're indefinitely stopping this game, like, they even gave the people their refunds back on the PlayStation or whatever, and they canceled everybody's pre-orders, basically what I'm saying. And like, I'm assuming, bro, that at some point we all know, like, you gotta be dumb not to know, because this happened with the original game anyways too. It didn't launch with the multiplayer, it came later. So maybe now they'll be able to wrap this all up and put everything in one package, because that way I do see the value in getting a physical disc for this. It's not just like the base game alone, but whatever. Like, they give us our games in chunks anyways. But on Xbox, I guess like they want to say that they got damn, I forgot the name of that multiplayer game that just came out, man. Am I gonna have to look it up? God dang it. But anyways, I wanted to prove that there's enough multiplayer games. Like, I know these are all fighting games, bruh, but fighting games are multiplayer games. You don't sit on fighting games to fucking fight the computer that reads your input. You gonna, at some point, if you're interested enough, learn how to fight in them for real and learn what to do, what the game's about, how to manipulate the mechanics of the game, probably how to set up dirty shit. You are the one that knows how far you want to go and all of that. But look at how many multiplayer games I got right now, which I'm not good at all of these games. I'm only good at, I'm going to say I'm good at 2 of them, and I'm trying to learn like at least 2 more or whatever, right? But so yeah, we had The Last of Us, and I'm gonna have to look up the fucking name of that Xbox game. Damn, man. Bleeding Edge, is that what it is? Bleeding Edge. Yeah, that has to be it. Bleeding Edge. So that's the multiplayer that they playing over there right now. And they acting like that game's the shit, and I could probably look up the statistics, and from everything that I've heard, it's not interesting. Like, they didn't diversify the game enough. At the end of the day, the game tried to emulate something that wasn't meant to be, and it didn't work out. I'm assuming that they can rework how the characters work and everything and get it to work more in a better way, but who knows what's wrong with that game? I don't know. I'm just here to say that there's more than enough multiplayer games. I don't got no Call of Duties right now. Everybody plays Call of Duty and shit. Like, everybody says, oh, don't go out and support Call of Duty this year or whatever, or you still supporting Call of Duty or all of that. But they turn around and they be the motherfuckers that got it, low-key. But look, you don't got a God of War on, you don't got nothing that's an equivalent to God of War on freaking on the Xbox, nor Horizon. You don't got like triple A's that are popping like that. You're gonna get Final Fantasy a whole year from now. Or let me fix that for you, 11 months from now, I guess, and some weeks. But you don't, the Xbox, and I don't want to bash the Xbox, because I believe the Xbox, like, Killer Phil has to rise up and realize, man, that he has to, like, pour quality into the software. I thought Microsoft was a software company anyways. You would think they would give the games a push. I don't know how, maybe manipulate the AI into being smarter and smarter in games and getting games to work differently and shit, but they're the ones that have to figure out how to take the next step. You letting Sony, that's a hardware company, beat you at the games department. And I guess it's because Sony had they had ties in making movies and shit anyways, so they know how to make their games cinematic and freaking give it that quality polish, man. And they go back and take care of some games. Like, right now, off the top of my head, I can't tell you about anything that's launch broken, because right now in my head, I got that Assassin's Creed shit where niggas was missing their faces and all of that. But there's enough games to go around in these consoles. Everybody that's complaining and shit, they don't got games to play, my nigga. Like, there's more than enough games to play right now. Especially now, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to playing Final Fantasy VII. I'm gonna call this a wrap, and I'm gonna let it drop. You guys make sure to freaking hit that like button and subscribe, and I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.